After the tragic slaughter of your previous group, you make your way back to the hideout, pack the few belongings that you brought with you, and head to the spaceport to go and either A, acquire new comrades, or B, to be assigned or reassigned as things may go. Is there anything in particular you would like to do?
Yes, I would like to set charges to destroy the room that we were in, the building we were in.
All right.
Outside
so
of
use some
that,
of the procured explosives, level the structure, causing some commotion in the underhive, calling out some of the emergency services that still barely function in that area. Anything else?
yes. We didn't have an on-planet support like last time, right?
Not particularly. I mean, there's a ship currently at, you guys can access from the spaceport, but I mean, no, it's no, like, contact or anything specifically.
Okay, I would then just, as a matter of procedure, follow up with the higher-ups to let them know what occurred, what I'm doing, and I'm awaiting their command.
All right. So,
I will be
you
hiding
to the
out.
spaceport?
Yeah, I'll be hiding out in the spaceport.
An
Changing
Argus
location.
lighter is sent for you.
What's that?
An Argus lighter is sent for you. It's a little surface-to-air vessel. You're ferried up to one of the waiting ships in orbit that are still trying to contain the outbreak at Isolaeum.
Right.
And it doesn't take long before you are notified that you will be shipped off along with many others aboard the ship for about 6 weeks to the far reaches of the sector, where you will be seen with many others from various corners of this battle group, if you want to call it that, or inquisitorial group, and assigned to new projects, as they have deemed it necessary to take more extreme measures to deal with the hive that you guys were dealing with, due to the loss of the previous hive and the fumble that you guys had with this one. They've decided to use a little bit more heavy-handed methods, and you're being reassigned to a different part of the sector. You have about 6 weeks. Is there anything in particular that you want to try and get a hold of or do
Yes.
before you arrive at your destination?
Yes.
Mhm.
I want to get a chainsword instead of a warhammer.
Sure. Make a acquisition roll for me.
That's just a 100 or...
Sorry, hold on a sec. What is that, lady?
Quick question about Deleb's cybernetics. What did he have cybernetics? Just his ears?
Yes.
Okay, so he didn't have like lenses or anything.
In the eyes? I don't recall.
No,
would be able to
no,
do
I
it.
didn't. No, I didn't. I just have bionic ears.
Okay, I don't remember anymore.
Bionic ears. More like grills sitting to your ear holes. Not
You
so
say
much,
glue?
not so much,
Yeah,
Yeah, but
have
still have the
from
port.
Okay, unfortunately, you do not manage to scrounge any chainswords. They're not just handing them out like candy, unfortunately.
Yeah, but okay, but I want a better armor.
What are you packing at the moment?
Just fucking flak vest or robes.
All right, make a check for me.
Fuck that.
Unfortunately not, mate. All right, so, Dilip, anything you're doing on your trip, on your journey?
Yeah. I'm starting to put two and two together. This is the second time in as many excursions we've had major heresy at the locations we've been heading, typically by very heavily armed individuals. For the group coming together, I definitely would like to requisition heavier ordnance. The combat shotgun should be good for me, but we should also get decent rifles.
Well, you're not with the group just yet. It's just you at the moment.
Right,
He slowly sends a message to Severin about how he missed him.
Yeah,
voice of
and,
reason.
it's like, if only we had your sweet, sweet connect. But yeah,
Severin,
these
unfortunately,
are
is not on the same vessel as you are at the moment, but yes.
these are just recommendations I'm throwing up to command.
All right. The Inquisitor takes your advisement under consideration. You'll definitely duly note it to see, weigh the cost of sending new plebs versus the cost of guns, like which is going to be cheaper.
It's all
Alrighty. So, it's a long, boring journey. You spend your time reflecting on your dead comrades, coming to terms with their loss. Alexei's valiant, mincing.
Severin occasionally messages you pictures of his sweet chrome leg. So much better than the other one.
Severin's a dick. And before long, you guys exit your journey through the warp. And through the observation deck, you can see below you a green ball of what appears to be an agricultural planet that you have been sent to come together. And before long, your slate pulses with instructions, notifying you that you are wanted on flight deck 68.
We wanted just yet. Jesus, we didn't even do any crimes.
On flight deck 68. And to be there within 1 hour.
I make my way over.
All right. Arriving on flight deck 68, you see there's quite a bustle going on. As shuttles are being prepared, groups of men, soldiers, scribes, technicians are gathering from all walks of life. You see tribal warriors covered in tattoos, furs, and talismans, primitive depictions of the Emperor. You see tech priests busy readying the vehicles, working on consoles. You see here and there the form of a psyker muttering to themselves, flinching violently every so often at something that they can see twitching. Also busy, preparing and ready for shuttle, departure via shuttle. And it doesn't take you long to see a small group of men that have gathered together. The hunched form of a very corpse-like individual wearing a red robe. The bald face of what appears to be an individual, his face scarred by a symbol of the Aquila. A tall, lanky, obviously spaceborne individual, as well as the small, almost mousy form of a soldier, packed with medical equipment and all waiting for your arrival.
I'm just gonna say, thank God that Onerius is not gonna see this man, because he would be scared of him.
He would.
Would he be?
It looks like he's dead.
He looks like a
Point
corpse.
All right. So, gents.
I walk up. Gentlemen.
Immediately, I turn around, and from my hunch, the hunch becomes smaller as a mechadendrite pops out from a little flap. And I use it to start examining Dell's ears.
Yes, it's a quite high quality.
Yes.
Where did you get these?
The Emperor provides.
I think you'll find the Omnisire provides, but yes.
This is totally the voice I'm going with.
I don't know where this came from.
Go, blimey, Mary Poppins.
Greetings.
Too many planets ago.
What?
Who are you?
I'm Delipter Grimm.
I am Davros.
I'm more than likely the most senior here. And the last remaining member of the last excursion to the Omnisire's great enemy.
Right. Who was that? I mean, heretics, obviously. What kind of heretics you were fighting against?
The heretical type.
Where's the
Enlightening.
rest of your team?
I think it just said they blew up.
So you left them to die.
I left after they died.
Hmm.
I'm still poking around at his ears.
Maybe
I
it
swatted
was
his
more than
kid
his
up.
ears that were damaged.
Yes. That was not this last excursion. All right, gentlemen. I recommend you flex your abilities. Make sure you are well armed. Make sure you pay attention. Make sure you take advantage of any local resources we can muster. These heretics have proven very resourceful.
How am I supposed to fight heretics with this stuff I get? You know, these robes and this hammer and this. I kind of like this pistol though, but
I'm pretty sure that's up to you, buddy.
You improvise. That's why we're here, because we can do this stuff. Are you saying you can't do this shit?
I'm saying I could do it much better if I had better stuff.
Still, it's a giant hammer. Well, not really giant, but still scary looking.
My mind is my weapon.
My mind. While you guys are having your delightful discussion about minds being weapons and giant hammers, the ancient form of a servitor trundles towards you, hissing, pistons working, dribbling some fluids that probably aren't that great. And you can see it extend the palsied, shriveled form of a once human hand towards you, bearing a very bulky military-grade data slate. And you can see a green ruin upon it, flickering gently.
I think this might be for us.
I'll take the data slate.
What does it say, Tech Priest?
I read the data slate.
Tech Priest. You flip it on, and before you, you see the very grainy recording of a low-quality pickcorder that was used to record this missive toward, that was sent toward you guys, to you, brain, sent to you guys. You see the grizzled form of what is clearly either a guardsman or ex-guardsman, but a man of military demeanor, hair cut very short, his right eye bearing a very wicked scar running through it. You can see the flesh still pink and fresh from where it has busy being healed. And as you listen into this message, you hear the following. You are orbiting the world of Argus 67b Delta. An agri-world, not yet ready to receive the Emperor's uplifting sciences. You will be bringing with you the latest in Imperial technology, because they have not even entered the industrial age properly yet. They still use muskets. They still plow their fields with the aid of livestock and horses, and are quite backwards. Your task is quite simple. There is a creature ranging in the northern regions that needs to be eliminated. Normally, the Inquisition would not be bothered or even take notice of such happenings, leaving it to the local law to handle. But in this particular case, what started as a routine hunt, where the local constabulary got together to deal with this creature, the astropath for the region went with them to aid in tracking down the beast, and his head explosively ceased to exist when he attempted to sense the creature. We theorize that it might be some kind of warp entity that is loose on the planet's surface. thus far, it has limited its rampage to eliminating smaller farmholds, destroying families, cattle, livestock, the like. But the attacks appear to be getting more savage. You are to bring down the creature, and once you have done so, you can signal for a collection, and a ship should be back in the next 6 months to pick you up. The Emperor be with you. Below it is a attached file list with things like the GPS location, where the creature has been sighted, villages that have been destroyed, all that kind of thing. You see that your landing site is merely noted down as Christerian 7A.
Christerian
Okay.
7A.
Probably not what the locals call it, but how it's marked down in the Imperial Archives.
Well, that's troubling.
Interesting. So we're going hunting.
I need to still see if I can requisition some extra battery packs.
It's
Yeah,
a backwater. We'll see what you can
Now,
come up with.
before we go. Exactly, that's the reason.
that's we have Cerberus back.
No,
Nope.
he's off in some other part of the galaxy now.
He's on
He's
another
gone to
ship
a
bound
ship
somewhere at the moment.
Gone to a better place now.
He's going for an adventure.
If we're going to be there for 6 months, we're going to need more supplies.
I need a better weapon.
I don't disagree. However, it may be on our own.
And some protection. Armors.
I think your weapon of a Warhammer in this situation might actually be a pretty good one.
You see that now the Aquila before you is prepared, and a short man, very pale from life aboard ship, quite short and sad, even shorter than you are, as he pops out. Walks over to you guys and salutes with a jaunty smile. And goes, "Oh, hello, gents. I'll be
Hello.
your pilot today, taking you down to the surface. I hope you got everything that you need. Because, well, let's be honest, it's not going to be a very long trip, and it's definitely not going to be very interesting. I'll be glad I'm not going to be stuck on this rock."
What do you know?
Do instructions tell us that we know people on the planet? Like, is there a headsman we're going to meet with?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Nothing. You guys are just going in anonymously. No contacts, nothing like that.
We're going to need supplies. Do you know who we should speak to aboard this ship?
Well, there's a quartermaster, but to be quite honest with you, he's a curmudgeonly old fool. I mean, you're welcome to try him, but I'm supposed to dust off in the next 20 minutes, so if you're gonna do something, you better make it fast. Captain don't like to be kept waiting.
Are there
I'm
any other
sure.
passengers on this trip?
Oh, this trip is just gonna be you lads, and you can see around you the various shuttles and lighters are busy getting loaded up as the different teams are going aboard.
So who is our new face? Considering Severin is no longer here.
I don't know. That's Fellowship, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Dell's not really good at that.
Is anyone here good at fellowship?
I got 37.
Priest, why don't you see if you can get us some supplies?
I'll try.
Give me some power packs for them las guns.
For them lasguns.
Yes. So who am I supposed to talk to?
Well, you got 20 minutes, well, 19 minutes now.
The quartermaster. Weren't you listening?
Okay, so I go to the quartermaster and start talk to him. Oh, hello.
Oh wow, it's
You-
hailing here. Whoop whoop.
I'll go.
What was that, Josh?
I'll go with him.
Okay, you guys start pounding down to the corridors towards the quartermaster's quarters, well, office? What would you call an office aboard a ship?
Quarters.
Quarters, I suppose. You get about halfway there when the alarm collections start going off. Bearing in mind, these ships are massive, dozens of kilometers in length, some of them. And you realize that if you try and make it to this guy, you're not going to make your flight. What you guys want to do?
Well, shit.
We are
Getting
just make
shut.
do, boys.
Make do.
Yeah, I'll microbeat back. There's not enough time.
Is there any just like crates or anything lying around in the hangar bay, waiting?
There
to be
are
loaded
quite
or
a few
anything?
crates and things stacked around
And
you
any
guys.
that look like they're full of weapons.
Make a scrutiny test for me.
I'm more interested in food, to be honest, because of 6 months.
It's an angry world. Scrutiny, you say that's a pass.
Okay. Yeah, you see a crate that looks like it might have guns inside it or something.
Then-
Probably haul it aboard with you onto the ship.
No, I'm gonna go and reprogram a servitor to do it for me.
Okay, make a ticklish check for me.
That's a pass.
Wow.
With one
Well, that
degree of
doesn't take you
success.
much. Blurt a squirt of machine code at
Yeah,
it.
make the servitor go get more stuff when he's done
The
loading that
servitor
straight
starts
in.
trundling towards the shuttle and putting crates into it, loading it up with crates, going back, picking up.
Only
another bulky
get
crate.
the good stuff. Only get the good stuff.
Okay, so I take a Dal, you and whatever Ein's new character name is, make your way back to the ship.
Maybe 50 years.
Meth.
Yes. Alright.
Math.
For long,
Math for sure.
your pilot gesturing for you guys to come inside. He heads to the front, gets into the cockpit, locks the door behind him, and you start seeing the ship prep get ready to take you down to the planet's surface. With a sigh, the servitor trundles out of the way, having loaded a good 4 or 5 boxes in the time it took for you guys to wait for your two comrades to return, new comrades to return, and you make your way towards the planet's surface. So, would anybody like to check the contents of the crates while you guys are going down?
I'll pop these bad boys open.
Yeah. See what looking good.
Where did you get this?
The Omnisire provides.
I don't know. I just saw Sarah load them up. I just thought it was gear we supposed to have.
Did you attract any attention?
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, let's all see what's inside these. So, first box. Takes you a bit of effort, but you manage to pop the lid off and peer inside to see dozens upon dozens of ration packs packed neatly inside and folded inside some kind of silver foil.
Sweet.
Looks like we've got food.
Second one, pop open, and it has dozens upon dozens of tents inside. Neatly folded up, packed in.
There's going to be a couple of hungry wet guardsmen somewhere.
Third box. More food. Fourth box. Wow, I'm just rolling 60s today. More food.
Wow.
Last box.
Give us some weapons. You motherfucker.
You pop it open,
Come here.
peer inside to see
Bonus lights. Yay!
guard issue shovels packed neatly into the box, entrenching tools, picks, and that kind of stuff. All neatly packed into the crate.
I grab a shovel, I grab a tent, and they just disappear inside my robes.
Well, Quintus, looks
I'll
like
take
you're
it.
going to be in the forward base building business.
Well, I'm going to grab a tent and a shovel as as many ration packs as you can reasonably carry.
All right.
Same here. 10 ration, as many rations, and also a shovel and the thingamajiggers.
What we
Alright.
can't use, we can trade.
Takes a good 4 or 5
Well, I don't know if
hours
we'll
for
be
you
wanting
guys.
to carry these things all the way to wherever we trade them.
It takes a good 4 or 5 hours for your trip down from orbit to the landing site. And as the ship alights down on the ground and the rear hatch swings open, You can see pale grey light filtering in. Far off in the distance, you can see the form of dark evergreens. Beneath the landing struts of the ship, you see the beautiful green grass rapidly blackening between the heat of the thrusters and getting destroyed. And as you step off the rear ramp, you see behind you the primitive form of a small village. Low, stone and mud homes constructed, oddly rounded against the elements. Low walls of stacked stones. And you can see here and there people pulling in primitive wooden carts stacked with produce. The occasional cow staring at you from a pasture. A couple of groks in another pasture. Here and there you see a couple of six-legged horses pulling more wagons. Very pastoral, very peaceful. And everybody just kind of like staring at this thing that's just landed in the outskirts of their little village.
Shall we go say hello, or should we just leave?
Do you want to talk to these people? I don't want to talk to these people.
We have to talk to the authorities.
Are we even sure these are people?
Analyzing. Yes.
We have to talk to the authorities who had the original hunt. We need to find more information about what we're going up against.
Did the data site say anything about what happened to them? Outside the one that his head exploded?
It just mentions that they haven't managed to track down the creature thus far. And that's pretty much it, really. There have been various attacks on outlying homes, farms, and the like. Families found butchered deliberately in many cases. Many of them, it notes, not even eaten. So not killed for hunger.
So it didn't say what happened to the old team, or are they still about? Or does it also say where they are, if they are about?
Well, it's locals that banded together to...
Oh, okay, I see.
Is it the
It's not like
locals
an
of this
inquisitorial
village?
team as such. Sorry, what's that about?
Is it the locals from this village?
In this particular village, no.
Okay.
We should probably figure out where on the planet we are.
Well, does anyone have a data? Not data slate. My brain is working. The thing that does the scanny stuff.
Auspex?
Bingo.
I don't know. Does it
Tech
really have an
priest,
Auspex?
don't you have an Auspex?
The Omnisire has not seen me worthy to bless me with one.
Yet.
No.
Well, then I suppose we need to go and talk to some people.
I'm just gonna grab the one of the boxes of rations and start lugging that with us, whilst waving at people with both my mechadendrites.
Oh god.
You see a woman usher her kids into the house and just like slam the door behind her. And you hear locking sounds coming from inside. You make your way up the shitty, muddy road, recent rains, having transformed the main thoroughfare of this village into a muddy river. To what appears to be a general goods store, you can see various farming implements stacked outside in a attempt at, providing a pleasing display for the patrons, should they wish to come to this little general goods store. You can see now that you're giving a wide berth by the few people that are about in this village. All of them just kind of like making sure to walk really, really, really far away from you.
Yeah, it's going to be hard working with these locals. They're rightfully distrusting of outsiders.
Oh, that's why I say we shouldn't deal with them at all. Let's go kill this thing and let's just fucking get out of here.
I doubt even they even heard the good word of the Emperor.
I take it we have a map. Is that correct?
You see Aquilas are very much in evidence here, Ein.
Yeah, the true
We
word.
do have a map of the planet.
You have a map of the planet, yes, on the data slate. It's not, it's nothing exactly high fidelity, and it doesn't have a hell of a lot of detail. It's more got like general landmarks,
No, but I mean,
here.
they could probably point to the map and be like, this town is about here.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
probably be able to if you could explain, the concept of an electronic map to them.
You realize these people just found farming.
Oh, I don't think I just found it.
We don't need to explain to them how it works. They just need to point.
Why don't you just, make a drawing of the electronic map so they don't, blow their brains?
Well, can anyone here draw?
I don't know. Can I draw?
You could certainly try.
I fucking try drawing. Do we
Roll
have
for drawing.
draw?
I
Will
don't
we
know.
have those food packets?
Sure, make a dexterity check for me.
Critical fail, you eat the pen.
You chew the crayons.
Dexterity, I'm guessing agility. Oh lord, no. No.
Yeah, you draw something. I mean, it can only really loosely be called a map, but you definitely draw something.
All this.
I could see where all your years of training went.
Shut up. I'm not used to drawing on fucking packets of meals.
Yes, blame the packets of meals.
The poor craftsman blames his tools.
That's because I'm not a fucking artist. I'm medic.
Tech Priest, do you have a printer on you at all?
No.
Okay.
A fucking dot matrix printer would be amazing.
Connected to your back. Be amazing.
Tear.
Note to self, get one of those.
Well then, Priest, I think you should go and try and make some friends.
Oh yay! Talk to the primitives.
Yeah, but they versus the Emperor. Go talk to the Light of the Emperor to them, and then ask them where the fuck are we?
And maybe bribe them with a shovel.
For some rations. I mean, we can't carry all this shit. Can they even fucking know the fuck they were open these?
You guys see behind you the shuttle pilot. So I need to be dusting off again. Have you guys got everything you need?
All of
Are all
No.
the
Wait,
crates off?
wait, pilot. Here's the data state. Point. Where are we? Point it out on the map.
We're right over here. And he gestures at the map. Crystal 7A. That's where we are now. It's on the northeastern landmass. You're about looks over there. You're about 400 kilometers away from the mountains. If you head straight north from here, it's probably going to get a little bit chilly, so I'd recommend you pack warmly. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really. But I really must be off though. So if you guys have got everything you need, I need to go.
Did
Fantastic.
we take everything off the ship?
Yep, let's do that.
Drag them boxes off.
Drag the boxes off. Waves at you guys. Powers up the little shuttle and takes off, roasting even more of the grass.
Roasted grass.
Okay, so we're gonna probably need to try and find some sort of travel beast and some warm clothes.
Agreed.
Priest, while you're making friends, see if someone wants to trade a cart or something, and whatever beast or burden they use on this planet.
I'll try.
Okay,
Don't
so what
try,
you doing,
dude.
Ryan?
So yeah, let's try to talk to these people.
Who are you going to try and chat to?
Well, I'm gonna act all priestly and start blessing stuff and talking about the glory of the emperor and all that stuff. All the stuff the simple people like to hear about.
Well, much like people in every other, place in the galaxy or universe, nobody likes it when a priest comes around to your house and bothers you. So
I'm not bothering them. I'm just
nobody likes somebody preaching at them. You're mostly met with stoic silence, doors closing, the occasional polite nods before doors closing.
I'm gonna try a different method. I'm gonna be trying to point to the similarities of the preaching of the emperor, or of the religion, to what the people are doing, and try to praise them and to make them feel good about themselves.
While Arnie's doing that, I'd like to walk into the general store and say hello.
Behind the counter is a gentleman with magnificent facial hair. We're talking
Gilmore,
like
I presume.
we're talking like handlebar mustache, that juts at least a foot in either direction, kind of thing. Like something truly epic. Older fellow, going to grey, but still looks to be quite muscular, well built. Somebody who spends a lot of their time, working the land, wearing kind of patchwork clothing, well made, but nothing too crazy. Big baggy shirt, pants held up belt, nice thick boots, work boots, and you can see the inside of the interior of the shop is mostly stacked up with things like post holers and rakes and things like that. Like farming tools and the like. You can see here and there like bags of what looks like might be grain or something in the corner, and you can see a little bit of pottery. Much of it looked like it's made by amateurs, made by hand, nothing machine pressed as such. And this fellow looks at you as you comes in and kind of just squints at your lack of hair as you enter.
Greetings.
Alright, good day.
I am Davros.
Alright. Well, I suppose you can call me Bill then.
Greetings, Bill. I'm out of town, as you might have realized, and I want to find out what kind of items I could purchase from your general store.
Well, we got post holers. Got a couple of rakes, some spades. We got some grains. Some fresh produce ought to be coming in later today, if the woman come around.
Do you know who I can speak to? I need a cart and something to pull it.
Well, I can probably rent you a cart. It'll be just a few coins. How long are you looking for?
Well, I'd actually prefer to buy one because I'm going to need to travel some quite a distance, potentially a few days, maybe a week or two.
Well, don't quite sit right with me selling it to you, but if we can agree upon a price, I'm sure we can make a plan. Well, it's a 17 golden dinars that should cover the cart, and might need to buy a new one if I do sell it to you fellows. I'll even throw in the horse to go with it.
Fantastic. I want to find out from you. I've got some goods to sell, and I'd like to know if you're interested. And I'm going to pull out one of the trench shovels.
Well,
We'll place it on the
mighty
counter.
good looking shovel you got there.
Yes, but incredibly hardy. Seldom ever breaks. No need to be repaired. Easily compactable for the traveling farmer.
You've got his interest. Make a fellowship test for me.
Bugger.
Fine. What are you doing at this point?
Yeah, I know.
I'm just looking at him in wonder and saying, "Wow, this psyker he's really good with people."
Well, I don't make it because I'm not really good with people.
Yeah,
Someone has to.
I'll come in there and try to take it over. I'll take it over from him.
At the word psyker. You
No,
see the man behind
I'm not.
the
I never said that. I was thinking that.
They all read our minds. It's a planet full of heretics.
Oh
Burn
shit!
it! Burn it all!
He looks at you, kind of like one of those traveling good salesmen. It just it always sells like bullshit, but like talks it up like it's the best thing in the world, and you'll never need to buy another knife again, kind of thing. Well, a shovel's not going to cover the cost of a horse and cart, so.
How many do we even have?
Well, how many would come in a crate, actually?
The crate itself has probably got a good 8 in it.
So,
And I took
So minus the 5 that you guys took, so you've
Well-
got about 3 left in the crate.
What
let's say we sell them 4.
5?
Let's say we sell them 4 and keep 4.
Seems friendly.
But I'll
Hell,
slowly
we
step
might
back.
even
while
need not
Pine
even
slowly-
need that many.
While
Maybe
Pine
we just
slowly
just
steps forward to do the negotiating.
We can try to give him some rations. Maybe he wants to try some different foods.
We've also got some spare tents.
oh, tents. That might be valuable. What
What we
material
want-
are the tents made out of?
It's like a heavy-duty canvas.
How many
What?
how many tents were there in the crate, and how many people can sleep in a tent?
It's 2 people to a tent, and the material for the tents are packed in quite tightly. You've already got a good 30, 40 tents in the box.
Yep.
Poor company. Holy shit. I feel bad now.
Nah, they don't need that. It's good for them.
Trust me, they do.
It's good for
I know.
them. The rain and stuff. If the, yeah, it's gonna make them stronger, Letty.
The gentleman's just kind of like looking between you guys, talking about the poor company and the rain making them stronger.
What we want, because okay, so Pine, what we want is a cart, a horse, food, some warm clothes if possible, and then cash.
Yep. Okay, and how many tents are we selling? About let's see, we have 30. Let's say sell 25. We need
Well-
5. Fuck it.
I don't rightly know if I'm not sure. What tents? Sorry, what are you talking about? I thought we were talking about spades.
There are some spades. We also have this
They also have
cannabis
tents.
tent. I mean, I bring one of them to him. Look at this material.
It's
It's
heavy duty.
pretty sturdy.
Pretty sturdy. Look
He
at
takes
it.
it from
Look at
you.
the workmanship.
Pulls on it, takes up his knife, throws it across the material. Not trying to cut it, just trying to like see.
See,
Oh,
heavy
this
duty.
this
Good
is
stuff.
pretty strange material you got here. What kind of animal is this made from?
Special space animals. You don't want to know about them.
Look, you folk are very queerly dressed, and we don't really get much of you outsiders coming here often. But this isn't stolen, is it?
No,
Ain't
no,
nobody gonna
it's,
come around looking for this, because this seems mighty fancy to me.
no. It's a
No.
rare plant, but no, it's not stolen.
All right. Could see the lads. It's liking this. Yeah. You say you can make clothing with this as well, or is it just for sleeping?
Oh, it's intended for sleeping, but
You can
Sure,
do
you
you
can.
use it for lots of things. You can use it for sleeping, or you can use it for shelter from the sun or the elements when it's raining.
Yeah, we do know how to make a roof. We're not stupid. All right. Okay, so you're looking for a cart and a horse. I can probably do you if you got a few more of these shovels and some of these tents. I guess. Yeah. I suppose we could make a trade. I'm sure we can travel down to the town over and go sell some of these goods. So them folks will be mighty interested in seeing some of them outsider clothings. So one horse, a cart, and you give me.
We need some like clothing, right? Some heavy duty.
We probably would only be able to buy that closer to the mountains, so we
Oh.
probably want to get some extra cash if we can. We
We
also
need some.
probably got spare rations as well.
We
have
got
so
shit.
many rations.
We got all the rations.
All right.
Remember
so
the
you give
box,
me 4 of these
Matt.
shovels. You give me that box with them. You give me those tents, and I'll see myself right to giving you a horse. I'll throw in tack and bridle and cart, and should be good. Should last you a good long time if you look after her. Where
Yep.
exactly are you boys bound?
We're prospecting
the mountains.
Prospecting?
for some minerals to make fancy stuff out of.
Well, you're in the wrong part of the country for that. You get on down towards the oceans,
Oh,
probably gonna.
we did some scans of the mountains and we found some deposits of some rare materials that we want to look at.
You need to go to the mountains. That's all you need. Just
I
double
don't really think there's any banks to deposit anything within that direction. I mean, the only bank is down yonder way. It's over the Bridalville.
It's
It's
mineral
about, 3 days
deposits.
travel.
It's
Oh, I don't think they take no minerals. You're gonna have to give them cold hard cash. Them fellers are quite particular about that.
it's like geology. It's the rocks in the mountains are special.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm pretty sure some of them folk would have noticed that the rocks are special by about now. Been there since my great granddaddy's time. It's his daddy and his daddy before him and daddy before that. Folk in those parts for a long time.
Oh well, thank you.
I radio it. How goes the negotiation?
Well, you could always come here and look, lawman.
I thought you all were taking care of this. Do I
Yes,
come in
and,
take
and
care of
we're
this?
trying to hear, but yes. So okay, we
Who are you
what are
talking
we
to?
getting? I'm
Is that
talking.
man right in the head? Because we don't take kindly to crazy folk around here.
I'm talking to you.
Not you, him. And he's pointing at Mr. Lawman's conversation.
I'm gonna walk outside. You guys just finish this up.
Trying.
Sometimes he mutters to himself.
And one creepy looking bald fella. You shouldn't take up with
I
him.
will set this entire town on fire. I will.
Okay, so I'll.
Okay. Okay.
I'll go bring
What are we
around the
getting?
horse,
How many
you
tents
bring in
are?
the trade.
Okay, we got like 30 tents. Say we sell
Okay.
every like say 25 tents. How much we can get for 25 tents? And
A horse and a cart with some
Yeah.
jack.
what about some coins?
What about some coins?
Also, like putting in like 4 shovels,
And we'll.
throw them in some rations,
I could
stuff
probably
we're not using.
I could probably throw in some blankets, or you need a post holder. We got
Well,
2 of
no,
those.
we don't need coins in, guys. If we keep the rations, we can sell those a couple of villages down.
That's true. It's true. Let's just do that then.
Yeah, no. Forget it. We're gonna just take the horse and the cart and the tackle.
Okay. He goes to the back, leaves you alone in front of the shop. Doesn't take him long, and he brings around one of the horse. Looks I mean to you this thing is just like, what the fuck is this? I mean, you're from a spaceship. You ain't never even seen a fucking live animal.
It's kind of
For
scary.
the most part. It's a little bit scary. It's six legs, tail swishing.
6
thrown around the
legs.
Wait, what kind of animal was it?
It's a horse.
What
What?
was that? Sorry, I didn't hear
It's a
you.
horse.
6
Oh, it's a
legs.
horse.
Yeah, brings it around. You can see it's got a cart hitch to it, nothing too fancy. It's got a little bench rudely built on the front, nothing too high tech. Back looks like it's filled with some straw, going a little bit moldy, but pretty clear of obstructions. Plenty of space. You could probably pack 4 people in there pretty easily. You have a little bit of space left over for some.
I look at this animal with wonder and I say out loud, my cousin once told me that they used to have 4 legs way, way, way back. I
You
think
don't
he's
know
full of
that.
shit. Yeah, like I said, I think he's full of shit.
Well, 4 legs, that's just crazy. I don't know how you're supposed to climb the banks if the beast only got 4 legs. Normally, if they get born with only 4, we put them out of their misery.
Like you should.
Damn right. Can't leave them leaving around. Might breed, and then next time we got even more 4 legs. Ain't gonna work. Well, here you go. It's 1 cart. Now, where's your end of the bargain?
I start unloading the shovels and the 10 he asked for.
Yeah, just backing it out there on the little veranda that he's got in front of the shop. Just backing everything out. Well then, gents, you're mighty queer folk. I'm going to say good day, and I'm going to start loading most of this in, since you've scared away most of my customers for the day by the looks of it.
Yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, thanks for your time.
Yeah, well, don't take this the wrong way, but I hope I don't see you around. And
Don't worry about that.
okay then. You see him bend over and stoop and start gathering stuff inside. You hear him drop a shovel, stub his toe, curse. So, you gents are in possession of a horse and cart? What would you like to do?
Anyone know how to command this damn beast? I mean, obviously not, but who wants to try first?
I walk up and spray some sacred unguents in its face.
Oh my god, hold on, I need to see if there's like a horse reaction chart. So you're just like spraying it with oil, is that what you're doing?
Well, yeah, it just looks like a machine thing.
Wouldn't it be better to spray the cart with oil?
I have more sacred unguents.
He produces it himself.
I'm gonna commune with the machine spirit.
Can I?
With a high-pitched whinnying cry, the horse jerks its head away from you and attempts to move back, but it's, locked into the straps and the bit and everything for the cart.
The machine spirit is a feisty one.
Tech beast man, I don't think that's gonna work. Can I use keen intuition for? Wait, no, that's not it. What is the fucking thing called? Can I use infused knowledge for this?
What do you want to infuse with knowledge?
No, infused knowledge allows me to make
I
any.
know. What do you want to do?
Well,
Cart
I
mangling.
Animal handling. I don't know. Is that a common lore thing?
Whatever. Make a roll for you. Let's see what happens.
Okay. No,
Nope.
What's that?
it's an 80. And
You know that throughout the ages, man has always had, his animals. The noble canine. The beautiful feline. The steadfast grox. And whatever this thing is, you have no idea what the hell to do with this.
Yep, this. Yeah, no.
Can I attempt to use operate surface to figure this thing out?
Sure, make a check for me to see if you can figure out the basic principles behind a horse and cart.
Nah.
You can't seem to figure out where the fucking engine is. I mean, you can see that this creature is supposed to pull the cart. That makes complete sense to you, but there's no pedal, there's no ruins to press. How do you make it go?
What's the tackle?
It's the thing that attaches the horse to the cart.
Ah, yeah.
It's most odd. There's no control interface.
Do we have like a carrot?
No.
I mean,
We have a ration
packets.
pack on the end of a
Just
string.
the rations.
Yeah. So let's attach a ration to a string and a pole, and
If we're not able to solve this, we should hire a local.
What kind of local wants to go on a 400-kilometer trip?
And with what are we hiring him with?
Rations and shovels.
We pay him in rations and shovels.
We've already given away all of our shovels that are on spare.
What?
That are spare.
Not the shovels.
And no
We only
man is
have
just
4
going to
shovels,
work
right?
for food. That makes no sense.
You see that now the gentleman from the general goods store is carried in the last of the tents while you have been deliberating upon your surface figure and goes, so, still here?
he didn't take all the tents.
Can I use telepathic link to link with the horse and get it to move?
What does telepathic link normally do?
It lets me read mine. Well, kind of read minds a little.
Oh,
And
well, then
talk
we
to
go down
people.
to telepathic link.
I'm just stood there scratching my head with one of my mechadendrites. I am. This is beyond me.
Simplest yet purest expression of his powers, the telepath established a mental connection to another, linking their minds and allowing him to receive or transmit thoughts. So you want to link with the horse?
Yeah, and get it to move. Tell it to
Okay.
tell where to go.
Do your psychic manifestation bullshit that you want to do. So it's -10, right? And the horse has to make a willpower saving throw.
Yep.
And you do realize I now have to go Google Dark Heresy horse stats. You do fucking realize that.
Boo-hoo.
Dark Heresy
You
horse
gave us a
demon.
planet without a car, so boo-hoo.
Motherfucker, hold on.
Del, why didn't you
Actually,
lose your
have a beast
legs?
theory for this.
Why didn't you lose your legs and get them replaced with like some sweet wheels? We'll just clamber upon Del.
Yeah, like a
Holy
thing tool
shit,
made
there's
out of
actually a
car.
fucking stats for this. I don't
The
even.
side didn't see the need to do so.
Okay, so the horse has to make an opposed willpower saving throw, right?
Yep.
Okay, do you pass your thing?
No, I do not.
Sorry?
No, I do not.
This horse is just too powerful.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 63.
63. And you do Perils of the Warp when?
Only if I get double figures when I roll.
Damn it.
That would have been bad.
Okay. You're filled with a desire for hay. It passes, leaving you vaguely puzzled.
Oh well. I'm just gonna
I
get
mean-
onto the cart and see if I flick these leather things attached to the horse.
Can
Does
I
it move?
charm the animal to follow me?
Sure. How are you planning on convincing him to follow
I'm
you?
gonna grab some hay and then put it in the mouth and befriend it.
Yeah, you take some of the moldy hay from the back of the cart, like push it into the horse's face, and like,
While these guys are doing that, I'm
Make a
gonna roll.
fellowship test for me.
I
I'm gonna roll a
passed 43
scrutiny
or
test.
47.
That's with the
Oh,
minus 20 penalty, eh?
fellowship. Oh, I thought I was charming him. Okay.
And the horse isn't really like an entity that you can convince with, convincing rhetoric or smooth with
Aw.
words.
Yeah, I got 37. I rolled 43.
You can see the horse's eyes are turning a little bit red from where they were sprayed with lubricant. Tears are running down one of his right eyes from where he got a sacred under
No one of
the face.
these. Don't let Pita in.
What are you doing, Del?
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how the harness hooks up by scrutinizing it.
Well, he's like hooked up already. He's like hitched, to the cart at the moment.
Okay, and are there? Can I figure out the? I know that they would be ranged, but Dell wouldn't know.
Make
the
an
range-
intelligence check for me. See if Dell can figure out. Dell's a boy. Doesn't really, never really dealt with farm animals, anything like that.
Intelligence, you said?
Mhm.
I don't have an intelligence. Oh, you mean just the flat skill? I was thinking
The flat
scrutiny
skill.
would. I was thinking scrutiny.
Well, scrutiny allow you to observe things. I mean, tell you what. Make a scrutiny check for me, because this is getting a little bit
I
ridiculous
want to look around
and
and
hilarious.
see if
If,
there are any other
if this
horses
rule
about.
was for a scrutiny test, I would have succeeded.
Okay, well, how many degrees of success?
What?
Right. You don't see anybody else with a cart, but you do see somebody leading another horse past you, holding on to these these leather straps, that are currently hanging over the back of the creature. Walking in front of him and leading him into town. You see he's like packed down with what appear to be leather bags and the like. So they probably, you see the same reins looking back. You see the same reins, hanging from this creature. So you could probably, if you pull on the reins, you could probably lead the beast. You assume? I mean, that's how that guy's doing it.
Get in the cart.
I'm already up in the cart.
Yeah, we're
Very
already
impressive.
just like
Are
chilling
you
in the
saying that
cart.
to us or the horse?
I sit in the driver's seat and start
Okay.
to manipulate the reins, see if I can get him to move forward.
All right. What do you try first?
Just whipping.
Also,
it.
the horse at this point just looks piteous, with the lubricant running down his
I
horsey
hop
face.
down. I hop down and wipe away the lubricant.
Because his eyes are like kind of watery in the red room.
You're lucky that I'm investigating
the,
the rear end of the horse, trying to look for somewhere to put fuel.
Is the store owner still there?
Yeah, he's just like kind of like standing. Like somebody who's looking at something
Mm-hmm.
and isn't really sure if he should be saying anything, but he wants to
Right.
say something.
I ask him, "What's this horse's name?"
Well, I don't think I ever gave her a name, to be quite honest with you.
Ben.
We will name this horse Ben.
Sure.
What do you feed the horse?
Well, If you take the bet out, you can let her just graze. Otherwise, you'll have to pick up some feed to take with you if you plan on traveling into mountainous country.
What sort of feed?
Feed. You know how a horse works, right?
It's an animal. I understand animals.
Alrighty then.
Pretend I've never been to a farm.
Yes, I don't think we need to pretend. You
Exactly.
folk didn't come on a farm, did you?
That would be accurate.
Alright, so what you're going to need is somebody to look after the creature, and you're probably going to need a guide. Why did you want a cart if you don't know how to drive one?
Because we're morons.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything. Basically, horses, they like grain, hay, that kind of thing. The oats, corn, mix them in there. Barley. Mix them in a bag. Otherwise you could just let him graze, walk around, eat the grass. You can't do that if he has the bit in his mouth, so you have to make sure you take that out when you stop for the evening. To brush him down, of course.
Would you have anybody who could recommend? We don't have much money, but we can provide the same tackle we provided you, as well as rations.
No, we can't provide that because we haven't got any more of that, remember?
I didn't ask you anything.
I put it on fire.
Okay. Roll
No,
through
I'm
it.
joking. No, I'm joking.
Okay, I tell you what. I can't believe I'm saying this. Okay, head on down to the western part of town. You see him point. We keep going that direction. Near the river, you'll see a windmill. You know what a windmill is, right?
Do I know what a windmill is?
Fuck no, you don't know what a windmill is.
Do I?
I don't-
It's safe to say it's a building.
I know what a
What's
wind
its
turbine
distinguishing
is.
characteristic?
You see him like just
You
kind of
know
like
what a
rub his
windmill is,
temples.
goddammit. It's just not powered by electricity, so.
Why would you know what a windmill is when you come from a fucking ship?
I rolled a 12 on infuse. Oh, wait, is it infuse knowledge?
Knowledge.
Jesus Christ.
You remember a really dry agricultural text that you used to fall asleep one night, talking about this structure, that has veins attached to it that was used to mill in primitive societies to create things like flour for bread and such. I mean, you kind of think, like in your mind, it's basically a building with like a propeller blade attached to it. Like that's how you imagine it.
So it's one of those round buildings that has kind of like stuff jutting out of it that like spin.
Close enough. You go in that
Yeah.
direction. There should be a fellow in the windmill. You probably have to kick him a few times to wake him up because he's the town drunk. They let him sleep there out of pity. Take him with you. Take him off our hands. You can probably convince him with food. And just tell him you need somebody to handle the horse. He's probably not going to run off with it. So, because that's probably your best bet. If you don't have much money, I can't see one of our folks going with you. You might be able to find a tracker or such if you got some more money at one of the larger villages. But just ask for old Bill Turner when you get down there.
Thank you for your time.
And you, okay, tell you what. I'm not going to show you how to make this go because I'm pretty sure you're going to break it or hurt the horse. So for now, just take the reins. And he shows you the reins. Tug on them gently, and she'll follow you down there. You can lead her there. Once you're there, Bill will be able to show you how to drive her.
Is everybody in this town called Bill?
Well, there's old Bill, and there's new Bill, then there's young Bill, then there's Bill Bob, then there's Bill Turner down by the mill.
Bill Classic.
There's Bill. Well, he was called Bill Classic, but then a bear mauled his legs off, so now we just call him Stumpy Bill. But anyway, the point is, just lead the creature down there. he will show you how to ride her because you don't want to scare her because she'll go running down. And he points at you, Hippo. Stop smearing that whatever that is in the horse's face. Can't you see the poor thing can barely see after you did that?
If anything, I've improved its condition.
Okay, so I really need you to get going. I mean, I'm losing a lot of business.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
off.
Yeah, just go that way. And she points. So, I take it Dell takes lead of the reins, and the rest of you guys are awkwardly sitting in the cart
On top of all of our crates of food.
on top of your crates of food. Alright, wow.
Well,
we
you're
just
not
spent
gonna
like
starve.
an hour and fucking 10 minutes to fucking get a goddamn cart. Jesus Christ.
We are the best.
Truly, you are the best.
We are the
Fair, we
best
were
at
really-
carding.
Prepared for an agri-world of primitive scale.
Yeah.
I had to let them go. I had to let to see if they could follow it up. And it's like, no, this. Dell would say this is taking too long.
You guys make your way down the avenue towards the windmill. Here and there, you can see some of the more adventurous children, like peeking at you over fences or from the corners of windows. At one point, you spot a gentleman bearing a firearm of some kind, but very primitive in its design. Large flaring nozzle, big old scoop at the back, wooden stock. Very strange looking device, but definitely a weapon by the manner in which he carries it. And it takes you a good 15 minutes of meandering slowly down the tiny village, making sure, not to pull too hard on the reins. To eventually make your way down to the grey stone bridge that crosses the small river that goes past this village, and the squat stone form of the mill in front of you. The veins at the moment still due to the lack of lack of breeze, lack of milling going on at the moment. And you can see a very splintery old wooden door that was painted blue at some point, and it's checkered past as one of the only ways inside the mill in front of you.
Would I recognize this thing? It looks somewhat like a wind turbine.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably postulate that it probably looks like a wind turbine of some kind.
I thought this planet was low tech.
It's not a power.
I happily go walking in, wondering,
I wonder how this works.
and wanting to charge shit like my iPad.
iPad.
Your Emperor pad.
My ePad.
Alrighty.
iPad.
E-pad. You push open the door. Inside is pretty dark at the moment.
I light that
the
shit
only
up with my
light coming in-
mechadendrite.
You light that shit up with your mechadendrite.
With a nice purple hue.
You see the floor is covered in old hay. You see at the corner there's a small table with a cracked jug standing on it. And in the corner you see a man passed out on the ground, covered in sick, with a pile of vomit next to him on the ground. And a dog lying asleep across his legs. And as you light up this room, you're making dendrite in this purple light. You see the dog look up at your sleepy eyes, look at the light, and then start yapping. This big brown shaggy dog. Woof, 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 woof. Like this fucking metronome. He just doesn't stop.
I squirt
And you see
sacred
the
unguents
men-
at him.
Shut up, the light.
The woof abruptly stops with a yelp as you spray sacred unguent with mechanical precision into the poor beast's face. And it immediately turns into a whine as it starts dragging its mouth on the ground and pawing at its nose with its poor thumbless, non-opposable limbs. The man on the ground, dressed in brown baggy clothing, kind of rolls over, his whiskers smearing into the vomit on the ground next to him, and looks up blearily eyed at you.
I'm gonna.
Oh, get it! You see him drunkenly gesticulating at the dog, at you, and pretty much everybody around him.
Bite man, please This person seems intoxicated. I can help. Please hold him down.
It would be very helpful if he stopped spraying things with that substance.
This is
Holy gun
holy
juice.
liquid.
It can't always be your first option.
Well, somebody please hold this drunkard down.
You
I
see the
look at
man,
him.
like, stagger to his feet. Like,
Fine.
Alright.
It seems fine.
you seem like Bobby's fist drunkenly at you. Like, okay, come on.
Are you Bill?
Bill? Bill? Yes, Bill, that's me.
Bill Turner? Was it Bill Turner?
Bill Turner.
The drunkard?
Who says I'm drunk? And you see him, like, throw up a little bit.
Your shirt
As he
now
gets to the
says
part of
you're
that
drunk.
sentence.
Your shirt
What do
says
you
you're
want?
drunk.
No, I'm just ill. I'm not, no, not from these parts. Well,
I don't have a concern what you do to spare your time. We have need of a driver.
then you've got money. Excellent.
More opportunities, sir, to serve your omniscire.
Am I what now?
We have food.
Well,
You will do
I'm gonna
this
say
for
no to some
us.
food. Food is pretty good.
I really
What
don't
did you
think.
do, dog?
I really don't think he should be driving in this state.
You see the dog is like still on the ground, pitifully, making whining noises.
Do I know dogs?
You're gonna want to wipe that off
You know
of his face.
dogs. Your old
Your
company
dog will walk
captain
it
had a mastiff as a pet.
Your dog will walk it off. He just needs to get some water.
Yeah,
Water.
to wash his mouth.
It's not a bad idea, and you see him stagger over to the ceramic jug in the corner and like upends it over his face, and you can see it's not water coming out there. It just smells ripe.
I think that's urine.
What? This is the nectar of the gods. Don't tell me you've never had no brackleberry honey.
I've exactly
I'm-
had no
I'm
brackleberry.
thankful to say I've never had any of that.
Oh, you're lost. You see him kind of like pat himself a little bit to dry out his shirt. Now piss off! Get out of here, Nish. You got business.
We do.
Well,
As I
then,
said-
show us the money, and then we can get going.
We'll pay you in food.
And food? What do I look like? A dog? You're the dog again.
No.
You're definitely like whining in the corner.
We also have food for your dog.
Clearly don't have lubricant on your face, so you do not look like a dog.
Lubrica what?
Oil.
Oil? I like them fancy fish oils. Or are you
Ah,
talking more like tallow?
fish oils.
Don't hold with no fish oils.
Why? What's wrong with fish oils?
Queer folk go out in the big ocean.
Go outside
Eh,
and get started.
Get started doing what? This is my house. Why are you in my house?
We are here to give you purpose.
I really do think if we decrease his level of inebriation, he may be easier to deal with.
Yep.
How do you propose to do
Inebriate?
that?
What?
What?
Say we tie him
If
down
you
to his
please
bed.
hold him down, I can attempt to do something.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's,
no.
let's
I
gang up
wasn't
on
into
him.
any of that. No, sir.
So, well, let's
You see him
take
like
him.
hold up his fists in the approximation of a boxing stance, spoiled by his wobble.
What do you intend to do to this man?
I'm
Well,
also curious.
highly advanced medical stuff. I'm sure you wouldn't understand. Please, just hold him still.
I do. I would. Maybe. Then again, I don't know what kind of shit you fucking people have.
Well, my medical mechandendrite comes popping out my robes and starts flashing around in front of your face.
Oh, now. Oh, no. Mm-mm. You are some queer folk. Get out of here. Don't want none of that.
Well,
You don't seem to understand what's going on here.
I don't
You're
understand what's
leaving
going
my
on here.
house?
No.
Balls.
We are here for your own best interests. The
Honestly,
Willets.
you just hurt my dog, and now that man has got some kind of middle thing coming out of him. It doesn't seem like you're with my best interests in mind. And that one, he points at the psycho, doesn't have no hair.
These here towns of Bill have declared you persona non grata. Do you know what that
So what
means?
now?
Did you just say?
Look, I didn't get no fancy word learnings, but I know you can't just come into a man's house and do things with his dog and then threaten to do things to him. Be gone with you before I call the constable.
We are the constable.
No, that don't seem right. You see some badge.
Under Imperial law, section 52, subsection 2, I don't think you are the law.
What?
We are the law here.
You seem like starts inching away backwards from you guys.
I'm just leaning against the cart, rubbing my eyes tiredly,
Listen.
waiting.
Have you heard of the hunting expedition that ended poorly? May
I
have
heard
been a
some
few weeks
folks
back.
got killed by wild animals.
We're here to
Pretty
help.
open down here.
We're here to help
Hey, some
find
people
that
got
and take
killed.
care of it.
We're gonna drag you up there as well.
Yep. There's
tell you
nothing you
what.
can do about it.
You gentlemen go outside and make myself look all proper, and I'll be out in a moment. Let me just get dressed.
Let's cover all the exits then.
All right.
I'm gonna go out and then put my optical mechadendrite under to make sure he's not running for it.
Alright, you guys leave the room, close the door, you put your optical mechadendrite through. And you see that he pulls off his shirt, goes over to a corner, pulls on another shirt, looks around, and then immediately starts climbing up the gear shaft towards the top of the windmill. Up into the darkness beyond where mechadendrite can see.
He's climbing. He's climbing up the tower.
Let's go outside and wait for him.
Where's he gonna go?
Apparently,
right
we
here.
need him.
Are you guys hiding, or are you just like waiting around outside?
I'll just keep watching him go.
He disappears up top.
I'll call out to him. How long do you think this is gonna take?
Nothing.
Mechadendrite under the door, bright white stab light.
Let's start.
God,
Can we
this is
find
going
his
terribly.
alcohol stash?
What's that, Iron?
Can we find his alcohol stash?
He doesn't have a stash anymore.
If one of you had just held him down, I could have just taken all of his blood and filtered all the alcohol out.
That seems rather invasive.
It's probably a good thing we didn't do that then.
Are there like
Really
empty
terrible
bottles?
shoes. Yes,
So-
there's like empty bottles everywhere.
Okay, let's take lots of these bottles, fill them with water, and put them in the cart. And let's say, oh, good thing we have all these alcohol.
You know
So
the
we can
bottles
still-
are inside the windmill, right?
Which we're outside
He's
of.
leaning
Also,
through the
you-
window and taking them.
So you want to steal a man's jugs, fill them with water, and say we have? What the
I'm
fuck
just
are we
trying
doing
to-
right now?
I'm just trying to,
Why do we need him? He was supposed to be cheap, and he doesn't want to work with us anymore. Let's go find someone else, or just slowly lead the horse.
probably freak them out.
So as I'm talking,
Oh,
like
shit.
the chain scalpel on my mechadendrite is starting to whir.
We could give him a lobotomy.
I mean,
What?
We don't need a servitor, we just need a driver.
A servitor driver would be nice.
But the server wouldn't know how to fucking deal with this beast.
Or
If
would
we-
it?
If it would be programmed correctly, it would maybe.
This is not what we were sent here to do.
No.
I go back into the windmill.
It's musty. You smell stink. You smell sick, and you can just hear the creak of the veins outside, and the poor dog lying in the corner, still whinging.
Oi, where are you? We're offering you good employment here.
Nothing.
I'll follow him in and just start shining my searchlight about.
Let's burn down the fucking place. Arr.
Go away! Bill's not here. This is other Bill.
Other Bill. Where did Bill go?
Think he climbed out yonder side.
I go out. I go out and look over yonder side.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Just a bubbling river.
Bill, it'll be so much easier if you just let us hire you. Then you'll be rid of us. You'll be rid of us in 4 to 6 weeks. If you don't, on the other hand, we're going to be here forever.
Yep.
But you're not planning on paying anything.
Do we have the tents? We have 5 tents. We didn't sell all the tents, so we're gonna start pitching up the tents next to his house.
Well, Bill, we have quite a lot of food.
And these tents.
And if we don't need it all, you can keep what's left. But the longer it takes us to finish here, the more food we're going to eat and the less you're going to be able to keep.
This is special kind of food. This is food that doesn't go bad in a while, so you can store this food for a while.
You mean it's jerky?
Yes,
even
yes,
better than
and
jerky.
lots of jerky.
Ugh, I'm so tired of jerky.
Oh, it's better than jerky. It's like,
Well, you're less tired of starving.
what kind of fucking rations are they in the future? They're not using jerky for, the marine,
They're standard
Guardsmen.
Imperial Guard rations.
You know what the ration packs look like from the that space one, space series Firefly.
Can't remember them.
Well, they look like that. It's like a brick of Play-Doh that's edible.
Pretty much. Can be used as mortar in a pinch.
Oh, yay.
Both the kind you fire and the kind you build walls with.
Bob, do you even own this windmill?
Well, ownership's a very loose term.
No, actually,
you don't
no.
actually live here. You're just squatting.
Oh, I'll have you know, I live here.
Yes, until someone kicks you out.
But they said I could live here, so it's my house now.
But they are
That's
kicking
not
you
how it
out
works,
now.
Bill.
That's why we're here, because they're kicking you out.
Yeah, Bill the shop owner said you need to leave now.
Bill's a cunt. But not old Bill, though, he's okay.
No, this was old Bill.
What?
All of
What do we always...
the Bills have met. They've had a discussion. They don't want you in town anymore.
They had a settle of bills.
The Council of Bills has spoken.
How do you know about the council?
They're
Because
very
I am
smart
also
people,
Bill.
Like no Bill I've ever seen. Make a fellowship test.
Oh god.
Holy shit!
Holy shit.
2 degrees of success!
Bill comes slithering down out of the darkness. You said you're paying me, right?
Pay is a very loose term.
Yes, well, ration packs. Food.
You can have all what is left when we're done. And you can have the tents. So you will have at least 5 tents to stay in if they kick you out.
And you can have the self-satisfaction in knowing that you've helped your fellow man.
And you can have the cart and the fucking horse when you're done. So you can at least, find a business so you can have something to do when you're done.
I've always wanted a cart.
Yes, so if you help us when we're done, these things are yours.
Well, okay then. What is it that you need me to do?
To be our driver and guide through
Oh.
these strange parts.
I
Take care of the
don't-
horse.
Never
Yeah.
really been out of the village, but I can take care of the horse.
That's what we need you for.
That should be fine then. We'll point you in the direction.
Okay then. Those you gonna fix up my dog?
Go
Walk
take a look at
in
the dog.
and clean up the lubricant from the dog.
No,
Poor dog is like raked after getting sprayed in the face with sacred substance.
Take
Do you
the
want
dog
the
and toss it in
Yeah.
the river.
Do you want to bring the
I-
dog, or would you like the dog to stay here?
Oh, it's me pupper. He needs to go with me.
What's the dog's name?
Ben.
Bill.
Of course it is.
It's Fairy Bill.
It's you on Saturday night?
What?
Okay. Pack whatever you'll need. We'll be leaving here in 20 minutes.
Well, I guess I got everything then.
Then let's move.
I don't actually own anything in here.
That seemed pretty apparent.
I don't need to be mean about it.
Get on
That's-
the
that's-
beast and let's go.
Okay then, fine. Get on. I'll just to get on the cart. I'll be a moment. You see me go like take the jug and like kind of like trying to lick out the last dregs that are inside. Whistles, calls the dog over, goes outside, pets the horse a little bit, squints suspiciously at the horse's eyes and at the dog and at the horse and at the dog, kind of putting two and two together. You're not going to be spraying any more of that stuff on the creatures, right?
Only if their machine spirits need it.
they
What
don't
now?
They don't need it. Stop it. What's your name again? Princess, stop doing that, please.
All right then. So I don't know any of you folks. You know me. So who will my employers be?
Oh, I'm Gideon. Well, full name is Gideon Krodolf, but I just like Gideon.
I like Gideon too. I'm not gonna remember the rest of that. And you with a hump and your middle bits.
You may call me Tech Bill.
Tech Bill, it's a queer name. And you with the metal in the ears. What's wrong with you?
My company. However,
What?
you may call me Dell.
Dale. Okay, it's not a Bill. It seems a little bit queer. What about you, bald fellow?
My name is Davros.
There's Bill.
And I would be Mephistius. You just call
I
me
don't
Meph.
really care about you. Damn inbred botherers. Could tell them from a mile away.
I really
Get
like this
on.
Bill.
Get in the cart. And let's get going then.
Alright, let's get on.
Climbs onto the cart, waits patiently for the rest of you to get in. Gestures behind him. Come on then.
Let's go.
Takes the reins, flicks them, and the cart starts trundling. So where are we going? Since I'm just kind of driving at the moment, and you haven't really told me where we're going.
The Dewey, like, is he between
Well,
us?
we have a map. So which is the? I'm looking at the data stage because it's
No.
clearly has some names of
We
towns.
need to, before we tell him where we're going, we need to have him secured so, he can't, like, just, decide to bolt on us when we're telling him where he's going.
We'll just tell him about the closest town. So I look at the data stage. Which is the closest town per my map that's in the right direction?
Well, the closest town to you is going to be Christine 7B.
What direction of the, like, north, south, whatever, what direction is it in?
You guys were heading west towards the mountains.
Yeah, let's just tell them that we're going west.
Okay, well, head west.
West
keep,
it is.
Keep
then.
to the roads if you can.
Oh, won't have much choice. Cart like this not gonna get pulled through the gullies. Right.
And we're off.
So,
Dun, 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 dun.
and you're off. Dun 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 dun.
Only an hour and a
So
half
just-
to find transportation. Great.
Only, only hour and a half. It's pretty impressive, not gonna lie. All right. So, most of the evening passes, or most of the rest of the day passes uneventfully, swaying backwards and forwards in the back of the cart. The occasional farmer looking at you, but oddly. So, what are your plan of actions, boys?
I mean,
Well,
go
I
on.
suppose there's not much we can do until we get closer to the mountains.
I start telling, glorious stories of the Emperor.
Bill's brain
Preacher.
looks like it shut down the moment you start talking.
I think that goes for everyone.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sat
So-
there looking disappointed at all of my empty syringes.
Your empty syringe.
It could be so full of stuff.
All right. Evening comes. Bill stops, unhitches the horse, ties it up next to a tree. So, you got tents or something, right? Or are we just gonna
Yes.
sleep under the cart?
Yeah.
You got
We have
tents.
tents.
We've all got tents. You can sleep under the cart or join Mephius in his tent.
Oh, he can join him
Well-
in the tent.
Doesn't look like it's gonna rain, so I suppose I'll take the cart then instead.
Wise choice.
Yes, okay then. So about food, you guys mentioned food,
I give him a ration.
and this would be?
This
You
is
open it
food.
up.
I show him. I start eating mine.
I feel like I've got the short end of the bargain here.
This-
Maybe. But on the other hand, you've got food.
You seem like nibble on a corner.
Yeah, but you get the
Is
card
he
at the end of
nibbling
it.
on a corner of like an unopened pack?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just my little chain scalpel will come out and open that up. Trying to avoid
You
the
see him like
hands.
startle backwards. Almost drop it, manage to catch it just before it hits the ground. Squints up at you. So is that like the fur?
You don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Don't think about it too much. What are you supposed to eat the
It's
inside?
rabbit. Okay then. See him like try and drag his nails and gouge out some of the MREs. Kind of like
It's
getting it all
not
over his
fur.
face.
That's just a wrapper. Think of it as a funny paper.
Well, I mean, never had no paper before. Actually, once I did have a piece of paper. I had to take it to the Burgermeister. It was real fancy. Felt kind of nice. Sits there, chewing thoughtfully.
I just start entrenching myself with the tent. Like making the
Right.
tent like deeper.
So, is there anything you'd like to accomplish before morning?
Not really.
Outside of entrenching.
Outside
Yeah.
of entrenching?
I want to take
Uh,
a quick look at the like wildlife, like herbs and shit that I can see. I mean, I don't use them for anything, but trying to see if I recognize anything.
You can try and make drugs out of these herbs.
You see like grasses and poppy, well, not poppy, but like, flowers and
Space poppy.
all sorts of different weeds and that kind of stuff, scattered around.
Anything I recognize from my extensive knowledge in chemistry.
You see a bunch of mushrooms on the opposite of the windward side of the tree. The more sheltered side, it looks promising. Might be able to finagle something with that.
I pick some of them, store them somewhere safe.
Okay. So, anything else?
Nope.
Not really. I've got nothing fancy to do. I'm just
I'm
staring
ensure
at
my
the
gear.
wall.
I'm gonna ensure my gear is ready to go, and that I set up a watch order. Who wants to go?
Watch.
I'll take second
I
watch.
call last.
I will take the watch when it is the darkest.
All right. Watch is so spicked. Evening passes uneventfully.
No giant
You're woken-
spiders.
No giant spiders. You're woken bright and early by the sounds of your new companion gnawing at the outside of a ration bar, trying to figuring out how to open it up. He doesn't really seem to have a knife or anything with him.
I'd scalpel that shit up again. It's so useful.
Can I have one of those?
No.
Can I have a knife?
No.
Can I have a fork?
No.
What this seems downright uncharitable. Queer folk are falling in with. Well, I suppose you'll want to be going then.
Can I look for a bit of wood that appears to be somewhat knife or fork-like?
You would like just snap it like a branch, like a small thin branch off of a tree.
And then I use my chain scalpel to kind of make it into like a V-shaped fork.
Sure, make a dexterity check for me.
Is that agility?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a pass.
I mean, it's not really a fork so much as a shovel with the middle bit missing. And, you know, it's smaller. But I mean, it'll serve in a pinch. It's a bit splintery. You know, because chain weapons aren't exactly known for their precision, you know, woodsmanship, crafting. But yeah, you managed to make him an approximation of a eating shovel. It's more of a spork than a fork, really.
Does my medkit have like extra scalpel blades?
Yeah, it's got like a little. It's almost like a craft knife, you know, with a detachable scalpel blade that you could just replace with a disposable one.
Would I have like a combat knife or something from my Imperial Guard days?
If you want to.
Sure, I give him the knife that looks more like a normal ass knife that primitives would use. So the combat knife.
You give him a combat knife and he has these primitive spork, and he looks happier, but still somewhat confused. And you can see he's like trying to like shovel MRE onto the spork, you know, with the knife and getting most of it all over him, but he appears to be enjoying his meal. So, anybody else? Everybody done?
Yeah.
What about you, Wine? You've been fairly quiet.
Yeah. I'm trying to take in this low-tech environment. It's strange for me.
It's very strange for all of you. All right.
What is this? Wood.
You mount the cart, and with a snap of the reins, you guys are off. The morning passes uneventfully. Small breeze helps keep you a little bit cooler. Before long, the midday sun is out, and you start sweating profusely in the heat due to the lack of shade, air conditioning, or climate control that you're all used to. Morning
Pretty
passes.
sure not pretty did this.
Afternoon comes. Still traveling. Stop, water the horse. Yeah, give it time to eat a little bit, rest. Hitch back up again. Travel some more. Dell, you like start learning the very basics of, you know, how not to yank on the reins and saw the bit into the horse's mouth.
Right.
And evening falls, and you guys set up camp again. Bull says, "Well, I reckon another day or so should be nearing in the next village. Never really been this far, though. Well, at least the road's easy to follow.
Why haven't you come out this far before?
Why would I go traveling? No fancy folk, don't have a lot of money. Just stay where the food is, where the roof is."
Yeah, seems sensible enough.
Well, Tomorrow we should see what's for, I bet. So why are we in these parts? You mentioned you were hunters. I don't you don't mind me saying so. You don't really seem to have many of the things I've come to expect from hunters in these parts. Don't see no animal skins. You don't have any of them newfangled blunderbusses either.
I whip out my stopper and say, we're hunting different kind of things with different kind of tools.
What's that?
That is a pistol.
A what now?
It
If you know
goes
what a blunderbuss
bam.
is, you know what a pistol is.
They don't have pistols.
What? Like even musket type pistols.
Nope.
This
They're
thing can
like
shoot.
clunky, like you know.
You know your blunderbuss
that's not
can
fun.
only shoot once, and
So
they
then
have to
what was it?
reload. You know you want blunderbuss, you only have to shoot once, then you have to reload.
Yeah, I could put like some gravel in there. Or,
Yeah,
some
but you
shavings.
all have to reload every shot.
All right.
This thing can shoot 5 times without reloading.
Well, that just seems uncanny. Why do you put the powder in? Kind of like push at it with a grimy thumb.
It comes with the powder.
Comes with it. What?
I fire some sacred unguents at where he's left his horrible thumbprint. Just polish that up for you.
Oh, thank you.
It comes in pre-made packages with the stuff that comes out in the other end.
Wondering where you were keeping all of your shot.
Just show
You
it,
don't
man.
just like pour it in the front, then you just have it in somewhere.
Just put it in.
Just show
that's
him
what I'm
one.
saying.
Show him one shot. Explain to him.
Take out one, cartridge and show him. This is the shot. It has the powder in it also, and the shot.
What happens if you like sleep too close to a fire?
You don't sleep too close to a fire with this thing.
Really?
No.
You make things like that, but you don't have fires?
Yeah, but you don't. You have to be really, really, really close. But you would burn then, so it would matter.
Fire tends to do that. Well, I can't say I understand any of that. That seems a little above my pay grade. So, you folk got anybody you're meeting, or you were just gonna stroll in and threaten some more people into working for you?
With how things are going, that will probably be most expected result. Oh, we don't have to threaten anyone.
So I have an idea.
Go ahead.
So, you get me some nice new clothes when we get to this next stop, and maybe something to drink. And how about I go ahead of you and go find some folk to chat with, instead of you boys doing the thing that you...
Who would be best suited to watch over him that he wouldn't bolt off? Preferably from like a safe distance so he couldn't do the things.
You know I'm right over here, right?
Yeah, I know.
It definitely seems like an odd thing to say right in front of him.
Do we have any like spare microbeads?
No. We wouldn't even understand how to... No, we...
You have to understand, everything that we are accustomed to is magic to this man.
Oh, that's just right rude.
Have you ever heard voices in your head?
Well, when I've been really far along in the drink.
Would you like to?
Would you like to?
Well, that seems an awful lot like heresy. Don't rightly hold with no heresy in these parts.
I'm actually, we don't take kindly to heresy too.
That's all right.
I smile
It
at
doesn't hold with no heresy in these parts.
that, my friend, is the right answer. We're here to fight heresy.
That's what you're hunting.
Heresy.
Yeah. The Omnicide is ever vigilant.
The what?
Yeah.
It's another.
It's another term for our beloved emperor.
People speak funny. You should talk straight. Say what you mean.
Smile at him.
See
Yeah,
these fancy things we have?
Aye.
These things are given to us by the emperor, so we can do the things we're supposed to do. You're supposed to help us. Not so
Wait,
many
you're on,
questions,
like,
please.
You're on speaking terms with him?
No, nobody is.
That's
good.
heresy.
Because it was about that thing in the shack that one time. That wasn't my fault.
Well, you know, we can look at this as a way to make up for that.
Make amends.
Then we will not judge. We all
gonna say
did
anything.
stuff, badly. That's why we're all here. We all have to make amends. So do you.
I don't like this talk about making amends. So are we getting booze or not? What are we doing?
Yes, let's do that.
Excellent. So you wait here, I hit 8 of you, and then I bring them back here, or how do you want to do this?
Like I said, we
That
need
doesn't
to
make
have
sense.
somebody follow him.
I don't need anyone.
Wow.
He's doing this fucking voluntarily, dumb shit.
I'll follow him at a distance and look around corners with my mechadendrite to follow him.
Yeah, mostly just to make sure he's
Make sure
safe.
he doesn't disappear off into a bar.
I mean, you guys can just say that. Hey, whatever. I don't.
Oh, looks like you broke that one's head. What about you, Baldy? You haven't said anything. Anything you want to say? I'm right over here.
No, if you want to go in and talk to people, that's fine with me. Just please don't try to leave this village as you tried to leave the windmill.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What's up there, Bill?
Maybe I should just lie and claim I'm going to implant a tracking chip.
You're welcome.
You wouldn't know what that is.
Well, surely that should count in my favour then.
Probably.
There's no need for that. Until he proves that he's untrustworthy. But the second he does, tag him.
So what are we doing then? People seem to talk an awful lot.
Why are we even meeting with people in this town? Is this where we're going?
This is
Well, now that
reconnaissance.
you're hunting these heresies, shouldn't you be looking for folks with an extra arm or a funny birthmark, or makes the cream go sour when they scowl or some such?
No, we're looking for something specific in the mountains.
Like somebody who makes the cream curl in the mountains.
Yes, mountain heresy.
That's quite a ways.
Yes, well, we've traveled quite a ways to get here.
It's really far away.
Yep, which is why we should carry on moving.
Well, okay then. So, evening passes. I'm assuming nobody's got anything to do.
Well,
really.
I
Everybody's
mean,
standing
studying
watch.
my mushrooms, seeing if I can do anything with them with the primitive.
Sure,
equipment I have.
welcome. You're welcome to try.
Yeah, let's try and do something.
Gonna try some mushrooms. What could go wrong?
I'm not gonna try the mushroom. Try to do something with them, and also I don't succeed.
I mean, you make a paste.
You just
you'd
get
have
crazy
to-
high, but this
You have to
this
administer
will
it to
take-
a test subject to be able to see what it does, but you're fairly sure you've created something useful.
Hey, priest. Meth.
Oi, holy man, I think he's talking to you.
He's killed him.
Oh, it looks
I
like he
think
died. Can I have his
the
stuff?
priest was trying the paste before you finished it.
Yes, you are the meth now.
He's the method man.
Oh well, I can do this later. He seems to be needy of some medical.
Well, you're just gonna
attention.
jab him. Just jab him now.
No, I was gonna make him, taste it first.
Just
Let's
jab
smell
him.
it.
Just jab him. We'll jab him.
I don't-
Jab the horse.
Oh my god, the poor
Or the
horse.
dog.
Dog like looks up at you. What? How
I'm
did
not
you
gonna
do
jab
this?
any. If I'm gonna jab you if you don't stop that. I have no idea how this would work because you.
What would a Mechanicus see though when he's high? Dancing calculators?
I
Sexy
don't
steam
know.
engines? I don't know.
Just ones and zeros all around my head.
Dressed sexily.
Oh.
Alright, so since nobody gets jabbed, evening passes, days pass. You guys spend the next week traveling steadily towards the mountains. Passing
Do I
by.
find any new special mushrooms?
Oh, you find all sorts of mushrooms. Red mushrooms, blue mushrooms, green mushrooms, brown mushrooms, wide mushrooms, small mushrooms, button mushrooms. It's a veritable mushroom cornucopia.
Can I make any paste out of them?
Oh, you can definitely do that. You can roll a couple of medical or whatever the fuck your chemical skill checks are.
God damn it,
Okay.
I'm back. I had a phone call.
Liddy jabbed you in the arm with hallucinogenics.
Oh, yay.
Uh,
So,
4 degrees of success for one. How many rolls did you want me to make?
Do you like 3 of them for me? It's fine.
Okay.
For
one
what?
with 4
For
degrees of
tracking me?
success. Which one?
No, not you, Ein.
One.
Sorry, was
yeah.
it Liddy?
One with 4 degrees of success. I'm not sure if that's a 9 or a 1.
Just have your mouse over it, it'll say.
It says 9, so
9.
that's a fail. And the last one is a success with 2.
Alright.
No, wait, 3.
One of the mushrooms you recognize, or fungi, you recognize as a potent it's a aid in, helping people sleep. But if administered in a large enough dose, or a strong enough dose, can bring on unconsciousness.
Okay.
The next one, you kind of like mess up a little bit and get some random bits and pieces in there during your chemistry project, and you're not quite sure what it's going to do. You'll have to administer it to see what happens. You've got a fairly good idea that it's supposed to be like some kind of healing salve or something, to aid in the regenerative properties of the human body. And the third one is not so much a paste as it is a powder that causes blindness when administered directly to the eyes.
There's what, sorry?
It's more of a powder rather than a paste, and can cause blindness if administered to the eyes.
Okay.
Pocket hand. All right. You guys pass through town. Your new guide doing his best to ingratiate you with the locals. You guys pick up a few odds and ends, specifically things like water. A couple of jugs filled with water, primitive canteens, that kind of thing. And you leave. Spend the next week or so.
Some of the sleep help fungi.
Do you want to sell some of it?
I want to try if I can sell it. Do I use
Sure, make a
commerce for
fellowship.
this?
Sure, make a commerce check for me and see if you can convince somebody to.
That is 34. How many degrees of success?
What's your skill?
3.
3. You find a peddler willing to take you on despite your strange appearance. And he buys the whole batch from you that you made. And you make 17 golden dinars from him. They're not actually made from gold. From your practice eye, it looks more like a kind of tin that's been hammered flat that gets used as local currency.
Okay.
Stamped
So-
with, not stamped, but embedded with a
Minted?
symbol. Not even minted, really. It's even more primitive than that. Just kind of like,
okay.
stamped with like a, somebody with a hammer with the end of it chiseled into the vague suggestion of a bunch of, corn, just like hammering down onto this little thin sheet of metal kind of thing. It's not exactly high tech.
So, is the Bill with us?
Hey, Bill's here.
I asked, do you even know where, humans come from?
Well, I fucked the last one, and then one came out a few months later.
But they not originate from this planet.
Of course they did. That's just silly talk.
I'm sure stop talking shit. Or obviously the people are from here.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, that's
not
just stupid. My
originally.
grandpappy was here,
Shush.
and then his pappy before him,
We
then
all
his pappy
came-
before him.
Y'all came from Sacred Terra, you know that.
Yeah, this is Terra.
No, this is not Sacred Terra.
Yeah, it is.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, this is Terra. Obviously, it's Terra. Did
Exactly.
you go into my mushrooms again?
I might have.
God damn it! Stop doing that.
So, what's the odds of us getting a drink while we're here, eh?
How
Going
much
for the road.
does the drink cost?
5 dinars.
Sounds a lot.
Okay, fine, I'm lying too.
Fine, here, I have two.
That
Go
still
get yourself
sounds
a
like
drink.
too much.
Don't get absolutely hammered.
No, it's just one for the road, to aid in my digestion. Come on, Bill. And he, takes his dog into town, and doesn't take long. About half an hour or so, comes back with a couple of pottery, jugs filled with various fermented substances. All right then. So, shall we leave?
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic.
Sounds good.
See him crack open one of the tops off the jugs, and the smell of some kind of fermented milk, by the smell of it, assails your nostrils, and you see him inhale. Ah, it's gonna be good. You see him flick the reins and lead you out of town.
What is
Another
that?
week. What is this? Oh, this is mare's milk. You like some?
Think the
I'll try
Mongols would be
some.
proud.
He hands the jug over to you. Don't take too big of a swig. It'll knock your boots right off.
I take a swig.
It's fucking disgusting. I mean, you're pretty sure that you swallowed a fly that came in with it. It's thick and clotted, like cream almost. It smells sour. It's a little bit sticky. And it's definitely alcoholic. I mean, you can actually feel your throat start burning the second you take a swig of this stuff. It is probably like 70% alcohol content.
Oh,
So-
Jesus.
This is common here.
Oh, yeah. Real good to keep you warm on the colder evenings.
I guess I would be good at that.
Takes the jug from you and takes a swig of himself. Oh, yeah. Holds the thing down for the dog, and the dog also licks him out of the neck of the jug. And that's the stuff. So then, let's be off.
Yep.
And you guys travel. Next week or so, you guys don't pass any more villages. Spend your evenings bored out of your fucking minds.
Well, I'm
Work
making more
nothing but the
fungus
company
shit.
for Bill. You make more drugs. The method, tells about the Emperor while nobody listens. Dell polishes his weapon, which is not a euphemism. I'm not really sure what the tech priest and the psyker are up to.
Also polishing anything that requires polishing.
Just
Okay.
thinking.
Just thinking, reflecting on your life choices that brought you here.
Reflecting on how I could burn all of these people alive with my mind.
The next morning, as you guys once more trek towards the mountains, you see smoke in the distance. A haze hanging on the horizon ahead of you.
Is that normal, though? Is
Uh,
that like forges or something?
Don't know about no forges, but then again, I ain't never been up here, so I guess.
Let's speed up a bit, baby, and see if we can get there sooner.
I'm stand up on the wagon to my full tech priesting height, and then extend my optical mechandendrite as high as I can, and use its telescopic sight function to see if I can see what's going on.
Make a scrutiny check for me. With advantage of like a plus, what is the bonus on that thing? Plus 10? Plus 20?
Plus 10 to all vision-based perception tests, so yeah.
Okay.
So that's scrutiny, was that?
Yep. Holy fuck.
Yeah, that's 5 degrees of success.
Yeah, there's fire over there. Under the smoke, you can see the flickering, dull orange-red light of open flame, causing the smoke to boil off into the morning sky.
I turn to the group, point in that direction. Shit's on fire, yo! Like,
Usually is
the
what-
town. The town is on fire.
Are there any obvious causes?
Fire. The fire is causing the fire.
You are technically correct.
Fire is causing the
The
burning.
best kind of correct.
What caused the fire?
You guys at the moment are probably about a good 200 meters or so away from where this fire is. Most of it's obscured by the tree line ahead of you, surrounding this small hamlet or village.
Drunk Bill! Pedal to the
Bill
metal!
Turner. Drunk Bill's me uncle, I'll have you know, and a fine fellow he is when he's not beating his wife.
Just go faster, Bill.
That's
See him snap
oddly
the reins
specific.
out, and the horse, goes into a canter and starts pulling the cart towards the source of the flames.
I pull
Doesn't
out
take
my
long.
las gun, like put it in kind of like a ready state, but not properly because I'm trying to stabilize myself on the cart, but just keeping watch.
Doesn't take long. You guys pull into what was a much fancier town square than you've seen up to this point in this, on this world. I mean, you see an actual stone fountain, with carvings that don't completely look like shit in the middle of it. That currently has a dead body, wedged in it, bloodying the water. Around you, you see various homes aflame, as well as the inhabitants of this town currently scattered around it. Some of them smeared up against the walls as if pressed in by great force. Some of them with heads, neck vertebrae ripped out, scattered across the ground, entrails flung wide, like paint splatters. Dead livestock, horses, cows, groks, you name it, killed where they stood. Some of them look like they died, while still in the harnesses of the wagons or tied up to their hitching posts.
Bill, you better
Carnage
close
everywhere.
your eyes. This is
Bill's
bad for
already
you.
throwing up noisily, like he's no rookie when it comes to
Have,
throwing up, and he's just like all over the place.
Gideon, do you have any of that sleepy time mushroom paste?
Most likely, since we didn't sell any of it.
Can I scoop that up into one of my injectors and just jab him?
You're going to inject him with paste.
Yeah.
That's not going to give him a heart attack or a stroke or anything.
You jab poor Bill in the neck.
Oh god.
Oh, God, let's make a toughness test. Oh,
Um,
Bill, you are not long for this world. Oh wow, that man has apparently got an iron constitution 11.
It doesn't go out, does he?
He is drunk all the time.
He just like and then like falls off the cart, starts choking, and then like rolls onto his side so the vomit can run out and passes out.
Yes, it kind of worked.
That reaction was a bit too violent. I think we should probably not inject it to people. Good try, though. Good
let's
try.
not inject random people without warning.
Plus that,
He's not random. He's Bill.
We own him.
Dog is like cowering away from the flames. And
Okay,
whimpering.
let's walk. Let's check out this place. I hop off the cart and I start heading into the square.
Do we want someone taking care of the cart so it doesn't get
I
ripped
tie
apart
I tie the horse's reins to Bill's foot.
Okay.
That's not gonna...
The horse is like starting looking around at the flames, but doesn't look like he's bolting yet.
Can we see anyone?
You see lots of people and beasts of
Okay,
people.
let me rephrase that. Can we see any alive people?
No.
Okay, how big are the fires?
Imagine like a cottage, and the entire top third of it is on fire. That's pretty much every
how big are
building.
the cottages then?
How big are the what?
Cottage
How big
size?
are the
Oh,
cottages?
you mean like the little homes? Think
Yeah.
like single room living areas with maybe like a partition
Okay.
separate the interiors. They're not huge houses.
I'm going to use manipulate flame to start extinguishing fires.
Ooh, fancy.
Fancy.
While he's doing that, I want to quickly check some of the just a quick visual inspection of corpses. How did they die? Is it like explosion? It's like
Make a
fragmentation.
I wish to also look at that.
How many
you could do
manipulate
that.
flame checks do you want me to make to say I get put out the fires in the village?
You can pick. Do you want to do 6 separate ones, or do you want to do one difficult one?
I'll do 6 separate ones.
Okay, just do the normal ones then.
Make it.
All right. Okay, what did you two roll for your medical tests?
3 degrees of
Make it.
success.
6 degrees of success.
Make it.
It's routines. I'm assuming you're gonna make all of them.
Oh, well, that was 33. Should you explode now?
Make it. Oh yes, I should. I only don't make 1. And I'll just try that again because you can do it over and over.
That's fine. Oh, I somehow managed to
Yeah,
flip
make
my
it.
fucking PDF document. Good job.
Okay,
Alright.
so I have to roll on the psychic table of psychicness.
Yes, you do. With the perils of the warp thing.
Well, it's psychic phenomenon first.
Or psychic phenomena, you're right, sorry.
I'll tell you what happens now. Oh, lovely. Perils of the warp.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Christ! On their first check!
Oh,
Okay,
I think I smell some heresy
dark
going
summoning.
on.
The Imperium buckles and tears as the arrangements of plague bearer or other lesser demon rips its way through. Yay!
Yay. I'm gonna have to
Wait,
take
what?
off my stopper.
Oh, fuck.
That's very impressive. Like,
That's-
on your first
that's-
roll.
Wow!
How fucked are we? What is a plague bearer again?
The foot soldiers of Nurgle.
They were the things that we ran over many of in a car.
Oh, okay. So it isn't like a big ass plague demon.
Oh no, it's just one!
It's still an ass plague demon, just not big.
Yeah.
Okay, is it crawling out? Can we start shooting it before it's fully emerged?
You could hold on for a moment while I put up the stats for a plague bearer.
As it comes out, we just start gathering around it and smashing the shit out of it.
I'm so
Literally.
glad that our driver is currently unconscious.
Yep. Oh my god, what the fuck? That's seriously impressive, Matt. Like,
I know it is. I love the fact that these things can happen, but I really did not expect it on this. Just like random putting out fires, and suddenly, demons like, sup,
suddenly it's
sup,
like,
buddy.
sup. Oh god, okay, hold on, I'm pulling up the...
I'm just surprised. Oh, hold on. I might
Save
actually be able to
points.
stop that.
Okay, that would be good.
Because I have a skill. I didn't actually think I was going to need it this early.
Ah, here's the stats.
You
Yes,
got
so...
strong mind.
I can hold on. What was my first? Can anyone remember what my first roll was?
The one.
It was really good.
It was
The
like,
first one, it was like what, 76?
I think it was either that or 67.
No, it was a 70. Okay, it was a 76. So I can actually decrease my rolls, increase or decrease my rolls by my willpower bonus.
Ah, that would be
So
good.
I will decrease my psychic phenomenon roll to 72, which is just warp madness. A violent ripple of tainted discord courses through all characters except the psyker within 2d10 meters, and they have to make a minus 10 willpower test or gain 1d5 corruption points. And
I'd
become
rather
friendly
fight
for
a
round.
plague bearer.
No, it's fine. I prefer this.
Everybody make a willpower saving test for me, please.
Wait, he has
At
to roll
minus
his
10.
2d10s to see how the distance first.
It's just
No,
normal for
no.
me.
Roll 2d10 for me, Matt.
I pass by flying colors.
3
Three.
meters. So who's closest to you?
Well, I don't know. I
was
was
expecting
walking around the
corpses.
town putting out fires, so
Yeah,
I
and-
don't know if I was
Let's say
actually
no,
close to
but
anyone.
let's say for the ease of not everybody getting murdered, nobody was close.
And me and Gideon are off looking at the corpsicles.
Okay.
Well, that was close.
Fucking.
That was close. Oh, and I just found the stats for a plague bearer as well. You would not have liked the plague bearer. They're terrifying.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so Gideon and Thingy, you guys are all medical successes, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like 3
Many
and
medical
6.
successes.
Yeah.
Many.
Many.
Alrighty. The first thing, what are you guys doing to the bodies? Give me a short rundown. How are you examining them? Are you just like looking at them, or are you like poking, prodding, cutting, or otherwise interacting with them?
I am like hacking them up, looking for internal injuries.
I'm just I was intending to do just a visual.
I'm scrutinizing the hell out of them.
Okay, Liddy, you from your scrutinizing, notice that due to the pattern of the blood sprays and the way the limbs have been like thrown about and that kind of thing, some of these bodies look like they were literally torn apart, like you would pull apart a wishbone, and others look like they got ripped apart from the inside out.
That's fucking terrifying.
You, Mr. Tech Priestess, as you're busy cutting into the body, the blood that splatters on the ground starts forming into symbols, and as you glance at them, you start getting nauseous. Make a willpower saving throw for me, please.
Oh wow, okay, I made that with a whole degree of success.
You manage to swallow down the bile as a strange X-shaped symbol gets formed out of the blood that clots and congeals together, almost reminiscent of a skull. And for a moment, you're overcome with the desire to just hack into your companions and just rip them apart. You can feel the spray of their viscera on your face, but it passes.
That's
What? But I go over to him. Can I see that stuff?
It's a dead body.
The stuff, the
blood.
The symbol. Did that disappear?
You don't see anything. You see a bunch of blood on the ground.
What's going on?
So,
here?
looking at these things exploded outwards. You okay there?
Blood's not supposed to do that. It came out and made a skull symbol thing. That was bad.
I'm just gonna start spraying sacred unguents and kicking dirt over the blood.
How many doses of sacred unguent do you even have?
Skull symbol thing?
This is fluff unguents. I never run out of this.
Okay.
He
Not my actual
has
useful unguents.
he has the required amount of unguents.
Plot unguents, if you will.
He produces his own unguent every day.
That's why I always smell of oil. No matter
they have like special genetic engineering to.
They get implanted with an unguent gland.
Yeah, they make their own WD-40.
Well, that's not terrifying.
But yeah, I'm kicking dirt over that blood.
Okay. What about the rest of you guys?
Well, I'm putting out fires.
I'm trying to scrutinize
putting out
this.
fire like a boss.
I'm putting out fires, and suddenly I stop, and I'm like, wow, I'm
That's what the
so glad
symbol
none of
looks
my
like.
friends were here.
I'm going to scrutinize the area to see if there's still any hostiles.
So yeah, I described that symbol.
Okay, can I make a thing to see if I know about it?
Sure.
What have you
got?
I've got Forbidden Law, Warp, Inquisition, and Demonology.
Sure.
I'm not sure if one of those would be appropriate.
Demonology and Warp be appropriate.
I got both of
But
those
you didn't
too.
see it, but yeah, he
But I've
described
been
it to you.
described it, and I don't know what it is.
Do we have anything?
Doesn't ring a bell, man.
Anything?
It actually rolls out for me. I know what it is.
Do you have Demonology or Knowledge Warp?
Both.
From the description, that sounds very, very bad.
Guys,
That sounds like one of the greater powers of the great enemy.
I think we need to try to get back up. I think we're way over our head.
Well, there's
The
no one
one-
coming to save us.
We're stuck here for 6 months.
At a minimum.
You know the enemies described in the more secretive text of the Inquisition simply as corn.
I think we have to do this, no matter what.
Yeah, but I got a bad feeling about this.
If we don't do this, who will?
Just for reference, were those other teams that we saw loading up in dropships also coming to this planet?
Yep.
Okay.
The Emperor will protect, Priest. Fear not.
I sure hope our Emperor will.
The rest of you guys, I'm not quite sure why your psychic is, your priest is like all freaked out.
Why are
Maybe
you upset?
perturbed.
So what should I do with this knowledge? Try to explain what's going on?
I don't know,
Some
man. It's up to you.
bad juju is going on here.
Bad juju?
The technical term.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it would seem to indicate that whoever did this may have something to do with the warp, rather than being a general alien or some other.
I dragged the psyker to the site and I asked, "Do you know about quorum?"
As you say corn, window behind you that's still intact explodes outwards and the flame billows up.
You don't just say names, fool.
Yes. Sorry, but I couldn't know to say what I wanted to know. He who we should not name then.
Yes, I know of this whole.
He who has already been named, much to our chagrin.
I only dragged him to the site, so I was the only one to hear.
They're huddled up.
And I whispered the name, by the way.
That's fine.
Doesn't matter.
doesn't
No
know
one
what's
Everyone
going on.
hears whether you whisper or not.
This is made by his followers. This carnage.
Yes,
that
this
is not good. Not good at all.
I would like to do a Sinisians check.
All right, what are you trying to do?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to try and see. Does it feel like this place is all completely warp tainted? Does it seem like a creature came through here that was warpish?
Well, you can do all sorts of things at the Sinus test. If
I
you
want to do all
want to
of-
take the time to do it, you can even do full, sign science, reconstruct the past events from it kind of thing.
Oh, let me do that then. That'll be fun.
Oh, sweet
Well,
Jesus.
whilst he's doing that, I'm gonna start going door to door looking for survivors.
I'm going to use
Yeah,
my
I
bullet
was-
points because that was boring.
Nobody goes anybody alone. We always go in team here, and nobody
Yep.
twos. Always twos.
Okay,
I made
you
it.
guys see the pre sit down. What do you want to use as a focus from this area?
Well, one I'm the psyker,
By the way,
and
Ah,
I've
the
got,
psyker, sorry.
I've
Matt.
got my staff as a focus, and I'm going to sit down in the
What do you
town
want
square.
to use as a material link from this area?
The
You know,
fountain.
like how what's his face? Like for example, Red Bickwind's father's jacket, kind of thing. What do you want to use from
the
this
town
village as
square.
the whole square?
Don't we drag some bodies over?
No, I'll just use the fountain as my focal point.
Alrighty, you guys see the bold man who hasn't really done much thus far,
Except put some fires out with my mind.
which nobody really saw. Walk over, plant his staff, and you guys, despite the fact that this has been a warm, morning, you guys have been perspiring freely from the heat and the humidity and the flames, that was heating up the buildings around you. You just feel the temperature drop. And a thin layer of ice start crackling down the sides of the building as the town square is suddenly lit by a kind of pale white-blue half-light that seems to be almost coming from inside of your bald-headed friend.
As a preparation and a precaution, as he starts doing that, I'm going to Overwatch in his direction, and if anything explodes from him or he starts running at us trying to murder us, let's
You
not
can
shoot
shoot him
him.
in the face.
Yeah, if he starts doing anything extra weird,
I was
or anything
saying the
explodes
same
from
thing.
him.
My hand is on my stopper, and I look really nervous.
Alright. You guys see the buildings as they stand around you, but you also see overlaid over them the kind of translucent, intact structures of how they were just a few short hours ago. You can see the ghostly forms of people going about their morning business, opening up their front doors, horses getting led past people heading out to the fields. And then you see something that looks almost like a blackened red oil spill in the air come into the village and start ripping into people. But it is blindingly fast. The event itself playing back in slow motion. You see animals getting killed so quickly that they don't even get a chance to react. People getting burst apart like overripe fruit, just smashed into walls. And in places you can see almost like a pressure building inside the bodies as the limbs just come undone, spraying viscera as the bodies just come apart, flying in each direction. The blood inside of them given life. And in a couple of moments, just a second or two, you see the entire village destroyed. And the image fades out, leaving you standing in the ruins now.
That's not horrifying.
Well then, I'm glad we know what happened here.
So, okay. So big gobbledygook comes in and everything explodes.
I wanted to know, from my looking at that, did I see what looked like a focal point? Like, was there a person who walked into town and then this all started going down? Is it literally just a flying cloud of hate? You know.
Make Make an awareness test for me. It's not something you would have seen specifically, but that you might have picked up on from seeing the vision. More of a subconscious kind of thing.
Nope.
You're not
I
sure.
was busy.
You were busy.
Busy concentrating my mind.
He was
And
making his
that's
brain.
for this week.
Go!
Was that trash?
I can try to do a awareness test. I
I said no.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Alrighty. So we'll pick up here next week.
Sounds good.
So,
Okay.
how did you guys like your new start?
Well, it was pretty rocky as we faffled about again, being bad.
Well,
I
we're
must
not
admit,
used
it
to
was
this low tech
incredibly
stuff.
fucking hilarious trying to see you people operate a horse-drawn carriage.
But still completely good because it was quite close to actually how it would have gone.
It was really funny because, especially when you sprayed the poor horse in the face with unguent.
Because it's not
Cool,
like
this is
any.
like,
None of us are from a feudal or a primitive world, so we actually. Most of us would have no clue.
The only reason I didn't also start treating it as a goddamn machine is because I have Medicae and I pretty much know it was organic. That was probably as much as I knew of the damn thing, though.
That was pretty damn funny, I'm not gonna lie.
And drugs.
And drugs. Poor
Mushrooms.
Bill, holy shit.
Yeah.
Look, it's fine. Bill didn't get eaten by a greater unclean one, which could have happened. I mean, a plague bearer, so it's all good.
That was pretty dumb. Oh yeah, that was an interesting session. That was, yeah. Poor Bill. I feel bad.
Well, he's not dead yet.
He'd probably,
Yeah, he's not dead yet.
like, if we hadn't knocked him out, he probably would have got some horrible mental scars, and then just be, like, awful forever.
PTSD, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have, traumatic case of alcoholism.
Poor
And
Bill.
and
He's already got a bad
suicidal
case of
tendencies.
alcoholism.
Yeah, but even worse, and suicidal tendencies.
So we're gonna need more of the sleepy time mushroom,
Oh, yeah.
and we'll just have to pump him full of it every time something bad happens.
So, thoughts and ideas, gents?
That was pretty fun.
I'm sad that, that I don't have a last weapon,
Oh?
because now
What
I
have you
have
got?
to worry about ammo. A hand cannon. This is why I've taken the armorer skill. Maybe I can attempt to make bullets.
Now you see, Hippo, if your weapon's your mind, you can never be unarmed.
No, but you
I mean,
don't
yes,
get
it
shot in the head.
has the chance of having your head explode, but on the other hand,
Well, I don't
That's a pretty
even.
fair point.
I'm fairly certain I only have one last power pack. I think maybe.
I think all weapons come with like 2 spare magazines or something like that,
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
or 1. I'm
You
not
guys
sure.
should be fine as long as you don't start hosing everything with floor to fire.
I have a whole 15 bullets. That's how many I have.
'Cause, I mean,
guess you're
want.
gonna be in melee combat then.
With his stub revolver has 18, I think.
You got 3 reloads or 2
Six
reloads?
chamber.
6 in the chamber and 2 reloads.
I think so.
I have 3 less power packs that I can do in attempts to charge
Well,
these.
I have my trusty Warhammer.
Aren't you happy you have a Warhammer now?
Yeah, I'd rather have a sword, though.
Sword. But hey, at least a
What?
Warhammer is just gonna be better against armor targets.
What about you, Trash? Trash isn't here. So, thoughts?
It was
Ladies,
good.
weigh
It was
in. What
interesting
about the
to
rest
play
of
on
you
a
guys?
world. It was good to play on a world where you just we realized it's like, wait, these people know shit.
Yeah, wow.
Hey man, it's not their fault. They're like super fucking low tech.
Was trying to fucking make him more enlightened, but he wouldn't have any of it.
Hey man, at least they know that, you know, fucking weird people come down from the sky occasionally. You know, they've had a couple of generations to acclimate to that. You know, they didn't at least go into culture shock when you guys rocked up.
So, before that, where did they have the fucking notion of the Emperor?
What do you mean? Whoever settled the world a couple of millennia ago would have brought the worship of the Emperor with them.
Yeah. And what was it, like uncorrupted form, or?
Guess you'll have to find out. I mean, you can always find a priest to have a long chat with.
Plus, since it was already a known world, it was just decided that it wasn't worth it to enlighten. So most likely they already checked for, is this emperor praising heresy or is it kind of legit? And I mean, I suppose they would have already said, yeah, it's kind of legit. Why else would they be sending crucial fucking agents to this place if it was like, yep, this is heresy, fuck it all?
I don't know. I don't claim to know
Better
the
question
mind of
is,
the
like,
Inquisition.
why did they bother sending inquisitorial agents in the first place?
That is a good question.
Where? So, anything else?
Yo, how much XP we done get? Give me them
I don't
sweet
know.
numbers.
I don't want to give you any numbers.
Give me them numbers.
Where's Trash? Is Trash dead? Trash is dead.
Yeah, try.
So, Agony World, what did you guys think? Have fun? No fun?
Yeah,
Different from what you were expecting?
this is different.